Hey everybody, Insane Mike back here again, doing another video for you Patreon donators out there. And this is part 3 in my 100 favorite movies of all time. I decided to kind of give you a little more insight on what makes me tick. These are my 100 favorite movies of all time, movies I watch over and over again, movies that inspire me in my own art as a filmmaker, or in any art form that I dabble in. Movies that are comfort food to me, movies that that I think are, I just love them. I just love them. Now, you know, it's not a perfect list, because I may, down the road after I do these videos, realize, oh crap, I forgot about that movie. I should have replaced it with this one. That kind of thing. But I think I'm pretty close. So we'll see. And there's no order to it. I'm just grabbing movies and talking. So the only one is like my number one spot, which is the original Dawn of the Dead. If you saw the first video, you'd know that. But it was an impossible feat trying to narrow it down to 100, let alone trying to put them in any kind of order. So screw that. So the first one I'm going to talk about is a comedy from 1984. Here's the thing you need to know about me, is I love teen sex comedies from the 70s and 80s. Love them, love them, love them, love them. I can't get enough of them. And usually the lower budget ones, the better, you know. But to me, the crowning jewel, the greatest one of all time of any of the teen sex comedies is boom, 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 boom. That's right, Revenge of the Nerds. I can recite this movie backwards and forwards, frontwards and backwards. What the fuck is a frush? You know, I thought I was looking at my mom's little douchebag, but that's in Ohio. I could recite the whole movie front and back, and that's probably what I could do with most of these movies. So this is my favorite, all-time favorite 80s teen sex comedy. It's so funny. Watching it nowadays, it does feel a little bit dated. You know, you've got, which happens a lot in 80s teen sex comedies, where I guess you could just say women aren't treated as well as they probably should, as they are, you know, in these movies. Like, I mean, basically, you know, one of our main heroes here, kind of sort of ends up raping the girl that turns out to be his girlfriend at the very end of the movie. I took that dark, didn't I? Let's move on. Wouldn't really call it a teen sex comedy, but it is another one of my favorite 80s teen comedies from 1987. I know I'm on a very short list of people who love this movie, but I truly do. I mean, this movie was so dissed that that this is actually an Alan Smithy joint. The director didn't even want his name on it, so it's an Alan Smithy film, and it's from 1987. John Cryer in Morgan Stewart's Coming Home. The reason why this movie really, that I really love, is the fact that the main character of this movie is me, is all of us horror fans. It really is. You know, he's just you know, an awkward teen who just really loves horror movies. I mean, the opening shot of this movie is of this guy's bedroom, Morgan Stewart's bedroom, and the opening shot is a close-up shot on the decayed eye of the poster of Zombie as it pans out to reveal Lucio Fulci's Zombie and the great tagline, "They're going to eat you," right on there, with all of his other great horror posters all over the wall. I mean, that was us, man. That was me in high school. I had horror posters everywhere in my bedroom. Who am I kidding? I'm a grown-ass man. I still have horror posters everywhere in my house. So, you know, and there's a scene where he's at a mall where George Romero is signing copies of Zombies That Ate Pittsburgh. So, and then him and the love interest in the movie goes to a midnight screening of Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. This is me. This is my movie. It's a movie about me. Only I don't have like rich parents that is running for senator or anything crazy like that, which is fine. One of the things that really bothers me about this was released on the Lost Collection of 80s comedies put out by what was the label? Lionsgate. There was several of them. My Best Friend's a Vampire, I think, was another one. But what bugs me is I hate it when this happens. The pictures that are on the back, they're not. There's two pictures on the back, and one of them is not even from this movie. It's from John Cryer from when he was in Superman 4. What the F? So that kind of bugs me. Just that movie doesn't get enough respect, yo. Next, we're going to talk about. We're going to go Italian. You're going to find a lot of Italian films in the top 100 here. And we're going to start off strong with Dario Argento. And from 1977, Suspiria. Now, it may seem like a cop-out to be like, yeah, Dario, I'm a big Italian horror fan, I love Suspiria. But hopefully I'll redeem myself by like, yeah, there's way more Italian horror films within the top 100 here. This is just... But how can you argue that Suspiria is not an awesome movie? I mean, it's hard to not put in your top 100, even though it's kind of cliche to be like, yeah, this is one of the great Italian horror films. But it is, and it is for a reason. Again, Jessica Harper, talked about her on the last episode when I talked about Phantom of the Paradise. Again, she shows up within the top 100, so that's awesome. Just the score and the lighting and the shots, like this movie is a work of art. It is a painting, and I love every brushstroke that happens within this movie. So I don't care. But this is by Anchor Bay, like the limited edition one. It actually has the CD sound. It's got like 5,000 discs in it on a huge book, and it's like some postcardy things that I've never opened. It's got 1, 2, 3 discs. One of the discs is the beautiful Goblin soundtrack. So, hell yeah. And my copy just happens to be, I know you're jealous, 2,308 out of 60,000. So I loved when they used to do that. Anchor Bay did that all the time with their sets, and we'll see some of those other sets within the collection too. Very proud of some of my Anchor Bay tins that I have. Next one, we're going really independent again. This was from 1993. It was a movie that was shopped around to like every studio and was rejected until it ended up on Troma's doorstep, and Troma put it out under the title Cannibal the Musical, Trey Parker and Matt Stone's first film. Lloyd Kaufman struck gold when he managed to get his hands on this, because this is right at the peak of South Park, the peak of Trey Parker and Matt Stone, and it even says right on the front, from the creators of South Park. So didn't matter what was inside. This was going to be a DVD that sold for him. But just so happens, this movie is great. I love it. It's awesome. It's so funny. The songs are awesome. It's a lot of fun. If you've never seen Cannibal the Musical, I'd highly recommend it. We're going to go Italian again. For this next one, we're going to go Italian again with another one of my all-time favorite directors, Mario Bava. And again, it's kind of cliche to bring this one up on the list, but damn it, I can't help it. I love it so much. And that's 1960s Black Sunday with Barbara Steele. Gorgeous. How could somebody be so gorgeous and terrifying all at the same time is beyond me. But Black Sunday, check it out. So I think my battery's about to die on the camera, so I'm going to wrap this one up probably a little earlier than the others. But don't worry, there's still shit ton of movies to go through as we go over my 100 favorite films of all time. So talk to you again really soon. Thanks. Bye.